I'm making an apology. Does this sound familiar? It seems like I've offended some people around me. Well, I don't care. I'm not making an apology. This is not an apology. Just because people overthink what they see, that's not my fault. Don't get mad at me for looking at things on face value. Maybe they're jealous, or maybe they're laughing at me. They think I'm a simpleton because I like face value. People don't say simpleton enough these days. Why was that the word that my brain chose? Simpleton. It's kind of a harsh word if you think about it. You are a simpleton. It kind of rolls off the tongue. It's a hilarious insult. Like, you are so simple-minded that you classify as a simpleton. Why am I overanalyzing the term simpleton? I've become what I've sworn not to be, someone who overanalyzes. Because this isn't an apology for not overanalyzing. That's hard to say. What I mean is, I don't overanalyze, and I don't apologize for that. I should have explained this like first thing, but it's too late to go back, so I'm going to explain it now. I'm Adam Ramawi. Adam Michael Ramawi. I always thought that my name was weird. Two of the whitest names on planet Earth sitting right next to my very Palestinian name. I guess that's what I get for being half white. I never understood why people had trouble with my last name. It's pretty easy if you look at it for more than a second. Rimawi, Ramawi. I've heard it all. Rimawa, Ramani, Kimawi, Kamani. Why is it so hard for people? You'll want to remember the name if I get famous. Or should I say when I get famous. People say if you keep speaking something into existence, it will happen. It's called manifestation. I don't know if it's real, but I figure it couldn't hurt to speak things into existence. It's just a matter of changing one word. If to when. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Anyway. Remember Adam Michael Ramawi. Or just Adam Ramawi, honestly. I don't like admitting my middle name is Michael. That was just for you. What am I doing? Making an apology? No, that was James. I'm not apologizing, right? I go to one of the top 25 film schools in America, supposedly. Apparently, the reason it's so big is because of the experimental film scene. I chose a bad place for me to go to school then, huh? Especially because I don't like experimental films and I'm not apologizing for that. That statement isn't entirely true. I liked some experimental films. It's when they can't decide whether they want to be deep or just visually interesting that the disconnect happens. I feel like that's what happens a lot. I saw a film that was super intricate and complex stop-motion animation. It took the filmmaker a year to make. In the interview afterwards, she then explained that it was a commentary on capitalism. A commentary on capitalism? It ruined the film for me. Why aren't things just cool to look at? And that's why I'm not apologizing. I hate capitalism as much as the next guy, but that film didn't have to say anything. It could just be cool to look at. A lot of things could just be cool to look at. A painting of a farm on a prairie doesn't have to be the microcosm of human existence in the larger natural world, representing human intervention in the landscape and serving as a testament to human industry. It can just be a farm on a prairie. I don't apologize for seeing that farm on a prairie. There's too much going on in this life to see more than a farm on a prairie. There's wars going on. There's problems with our country. And we're sitting here arguing over a farm on a prairie, and others ridicule those who take it how it is. They say that the only way to have value is through meaning. Maybe the farm on a prairie is an escape, and it only serves as an escape by just being a farm on a prairie. So tell me, are you going to tell that 11-year-old kid who comes to the art gallery every day to see that farm on a prairie, to immerse himself and escape for a little bit, that he's supposed to look at it differently, and that the way he's looking at it is wrong? Right. I didn't think so. It looks like you should be the one apologizing. That boy isn't allowed to run with his imagination and explore and apply his experience to that farm on a prairie. Instead, he's put in a box, forced to look at a Jackson Pollock and told to derive the meaning that you took from it. You ruined that farm on a prairie for that child. And the saddest part of all is he's not the only one.